Hey friends, I just wanted to share about this crazy weekend I just had. I don't usually like to do the humble brag or the, oh, I'm so busy, like busyness itself is a virtue. But this weekend felt like kind of an adventure. So I just wanted to share that. Um, Friday morning, I had an interview. I'm applying to Berklee's Global Jazz Institute. It's a one-year master's program. I think it'd be really cool, and I'm trying to decide if it's the right fit for me or not, but I made it to the final round of interviews, so that was cool. And I had to leave in the morning as I'm on Zoom in the lobby waiting for them to call me for the interview, and I had to pull over at the rest stop outside Canandaigua to talk to Danilo Perez and the other people interviewing me. And then as soon as I was done with that interview, hit the throughway and headed to Plymouth, Massachusetts to make it to 5 p.m. sound check with Gabe Stillman and the trio. We played an awesome freaking show. I'm so stoked with where that band is. Gabe has done such an awesome job, but I'm really proud of me and Tate, the drummer, and just like where the three of us are at as a trio. It feels really, really good. Like we've got those songs super tight, but we also are listening enough that we're able to have moments like we took this one song, Shame Shame, and went off into a free jazz odyssey. Literally in the middle of it, Tate started swinging, I started walking the bass. It was so much fun. What a delight. So I hope you like our new direction. In between sound check and the show, I had to practice some tuba for a show on Saturday night, which I'll tell you about in a little bit. But after the show on Friday night, I had to drive 2 hours west back towards home, stop at a hotel in Western Mass, and then wake up and leave by 7 a.m. in order to make it to a recording session on Saturday morning at 11. I was a little late, but they were still setting up, so it was fine. That was for a bunch of students at U of R who had written songs, and I was playing bass with Bellwether Breaks, Dave Goebel and Wade McClung and Chris Coons. I was subbing on bass for them, and we were basically just acting as a house band for all these music students over at U of R who had written songs, and we were doing 30 minutes new song, next 30 minutes new song, and it was such a delight to play bass and learn these songs super quickly and put these arrangements together super quickly, and work with people who maybe didn't have a ton of experience writing music or communicating with other musicians or doing anything in the studio. It was great to just play a bunch of different styles in a row. Everything from K-pop to a piano ballad to some punk rock to some hip-hop. It was so much fun. Also got to give a shout out to Trickfish and Nordstrand and Bo Leopard. Trickfish is a bass amp company, and I just picked up their compressor pedal, and it's got that, just like adds that warmth, that, oof. It's one of those like always on pedals that you can't really describe exactly what it does, but man, it's so worth it. And the Nordstrand pickups sound great, and I'm so happy with Bo Leopard's bass. Anyway, so that was delightful. And then I had to leave that session slightly early. They knew I was leaving at 6 o'clock, and rush over to Seth Fergolzia's concert at the South Wedge Mission, where I was playing tuba for a bunch of his awesome, weird, delightful instrumental music, with a brass ensemble, and he had his choir, and he had a string ensemble, a bunch of really interesting, wild pieces. And there were a ton of people out at the show at the South Wedge Mission from all different parts of the Rochester music scene. It was so delightful. Yesterday, Sunday, I was supposed to play at Muck Duck for an art opening of Positive Masculinity, but I came down with strep throat, and it started really not feeling great yesterday, so I figured that out and took a day off. But I hope that went well over at Muck Duck. I am on antibiotics, so I should be not contagious by today. And I'm heading over to a rehearsal for Hadestown, the musical, over at Fairport High School, and then I'm splitting from there to start night 1 of my residency at the Little Theater every Monday in March. I'm doing duos with different people. This first week, it's going to be me and my Uncle Bernie Heveron. We're going to be doing a bunch of folk stuff, some jazz stuff, some of Bernie's tunes, some of my tunes, a couple of covers. Bernie's an incredible guitar player. He's going to be playing some nylon string guitar, some dobro, some steel string. I'm going to be playing mostly upright bass. We're going to have a blast. And then later this week, I've got some rehearsals for the Einstein's Dream Show coming up on March 14th, which is going to be really special. So please come on out to that. If you come out to any of my gigs this month, I'd really love for it to be that one. If you come out to more than one, I'm going to be at the Little every Monday, playing with Benny Blue, Gordon Webster, Wade McClung, and Noah DeRozier. We just announced that. Hemlock Sun, who's also going to be opening for me on March 14th. But anyway, I just wanted to share all that because it's such a delight getting to do what I do for a living as a musician. You know, to have so much variety in my life where I'm going from blues trio and then literally round trip 850 miles back to a recording session with a bunch of different genres, straight over to a weird modern instrumental brass ensemble where I'm playing tuba, and then I go into musical rehearsals where I'm playing trombone and glockenspiel, and then residency playing upright bass, doing jazz and folk, and then my own original stuff at the Lovin Cup. It's just such a delightful life, and I'm really, really grateful that I get to do this. And I'm grateful for everybody who supports my music, and I'm so delighted to hear from all the people that my music touches. So yeah, thank you all for being there for me, and I'm so delighted to be there for you, and let's build more community and fight fascism and racism and homophobia and transphobia and all the evils of the world, because music and art is about creating a better world, creating a vision for the type of world that we can have. All right, I'll see you around. Love y'all. Bye.